Oh yeah, somehow Japan is aside from my home country, the easiest place I have to get away with the name I have.
Yeah.
Normally people would just look at my name and just start having a panic attack.
So Japanese people get it right?
Yeah, because it's Mani Tapo, which is like all, Japanese katakana sounds.
I've
So it's
started
perfect.
booking restaurants under a Japanese name because I'm so tired of like.
Who are you?
Have
I
you
want to know
actually?
which surname you decided to pick. What weeb name have you decided to pick?
I just chose Tanaka because I realized, especially when, because sometimes I would call up and when I would say everything would be going smoothly. I'd be like, I want to reserve. Yeah, we got an opening. I got this, and then I'd be like, oh, here's my name. They're like, huh? It's just like an awkward 5 minutes. And I'm like, I'm just gonna say this fucking name, and then when I turn up, because it doesn't matter. There's no IDing. I just say this.
I just find it fucking
Mr.
hilarious
Tanaka.
that you book under Mr. Tanaka and then you rock up to the fucking restaurant. You're like, reservation
Oh, they
for Tanaka?
always go like, huh? Oh yeah.
I mean,
Tanaka-san.
same with me, so it's fine.
Trust me, this I know it sounds bad, but it works. It genuinely works.
That's a good idea. I'll be Tanaka too.
Especially if you call. If you're calling, it definitely helps.
Yeah.
Because like you can, I feel like I'm nailing this conversation. It's going perfect, and I get to the name. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
Kodofu, and they're like, huh? For a while, I just kept saying Conan, like Conan, because I was like, oh, they'll know that.
Yeah.
Because I'd say Connor, and then I'd be like Conan, and they're like, I don't know what the fuck. Does anyone know this guy saying?
Your name is so simple though.
Yeah, I know. I'd be like Conan, and they're like Conan. Oh, Conan. Conan, I know Conan. Yeah.
You know, in Japan, you have to be so specific when you write down the name for the bank.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Katakana.
Oh, yeah.
I had to read out my entire name, middle name, like Felix Arvid Ulf Schellberg, over the phone.
But no, you have to do it the last name first.
Yeah, exactly.
First name, then middle.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense, but that was a nightmare to spell out over the phone. That's the worst thing ever. And of course it was wrong, so they call again and I have to do the whole fucking thing again.
And I'm like, it's not my fucking problem. You're the one
I
that
was like, can I
heard it
just
wrong.
email it to you? And they're like, no.
Well, no, that was the worst part, because one time I had a fraud detection thing call up. I was sending myself money. And they were like, we need to make sure it's not fraud. I was like, why?
Of course.
It's like, it says my name.
But they do that in UK too.
Yeah. And he was like, he was speaking English to me, but it was kind of the point where I was like, I think my Japanese, which is bad, is better than his English. It was like that point. He's like, lately Russia bad. And I was like, what do you
always say that? My banker said it too.
No way,
Yes,
really?
yes.
He was like, fraud must check. I was like, Russia bad. I was like, what are you?
It's like, I'm not Russian.
What are you talking about? I got no Russian. Anyway, so and then he's like, what's your email? And so I'm reading out this email to him, and it's like a 9-hour process of me going C, B, D, and he's like D. And I'm like, no, fuck it, Z. And he's like, what, this? I'm like, no. And then we get to the end, and then it's .co.uk because I'm UK, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. He's like, I put .com. I'm like, no, bastard.
Through all of it.
Yeah,
Just gives up.
some of my official documents on some bills that I pay just have misspellings as well. Like my instant, and I haven't gotten it changed yet because I've been putting it off, even though I definitely should get it changed.
It's very gaijin of you.
But yeah, my
Do foreign immigrants have this problem when they come to the UK or America? They're like, fuck, I misspelled my name from Brian to Bryant.
do you know what I don't understand?
You're Bob now. Brian's too hard.
Do you know what I don't understand? So on my internet bill, so when I signed up for my internet, I had to spell my name, spell it again. But also there was this process where I had to scan my ID card and send it to them for them to double check that I am a real person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there is absolutely no way they could fuck this up. And I get my internet bill back, and it still to this day says Grant. I do not know how they fucked that up. But
They're in on it. They're in on it.
just like, and I can't be bothered to change it as well because it was like such a, you know when you have to change your name, it's just a 5-minute process turned into an hour-long.
Oh no. There's no such thing as a fucking 5-minute process in Japan.
Yeah.
Nothing's a 5-minute process. It's fucking annoying.
That's the worst part for sure.
So that's, so I think you're fully acclimated now. You just need to do a little bit more.
Yeah, if you can relate to all these.
If I know the pain, it means.
Have you had your bank, close your bank account as your visa's renewing? Have you had that happen?
No.
So the bank will send every time I'm about to renew
they'll
my
be
visa,
like the visas.
they'll be like, hey, your visa's coming up. They don't close it, they freeze it, right? So they freeze it. But the thing is that the bastards, they freeze it before your visas run out.
Right.
They'll freeze it like a few days before, which I think is so fucking cruel.
Yeah.
Why do they do this? At least free. Okay, I can understand if you freeze it when it expires. I'm like,
Right.
okay, I get it. You want to fucking be strict on this law. I got it. You're right. But a few days before, come on, man. I still got shit going. I still got time.
Why are you leaving it until the last
me?
minute to get your visa?
I'm not, but sometimes what happens is that what happened last time is that when I was renewing my visa, they the immigration just said, we're like, hey, we want like another month to go over it.
We just want to fuck with you a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, we want another month, and I was like, what? But my bank. So I had to go to my bank and like explain, and it was like an hour and a half thing where I'm like, no, I'm definitely getting it, I promise, but I have this thing in my passport that says I'm here for another month. So can you let me have it? And they're like, they go back. They always go back and forth with the manager. And it's like, what is it? Can you just come over here and help me with this, please? Come on, man. I'm trying to do stuff today.
The manager cannot talk to mere peasants. I must go through someone.
That's the worst thing I think about Japan and like service industry is that
Well,
whenever you have a problem, you can't just talk to someone who knows the answers. They always have to keep going back and forth with someone who knows. And it's like, why?
So why do they freeze it? Like, what's the reason?
I think
for
it's.
that?
I'm not
probably.
sure. I think the UK doesn't close it immediately. I think there's a window. I'm not sure.
No.
I think it's some kind of their justification of like, you've lost your visa. We don't want.
Well, as a great man once said, Russia bad. Must check for fraud.
Yeah, maybe that's what they'll call me up. I'll be like, why is it frozen? He's like, Russia bad.
That's all I got to say.
That's literally what he said. And I just remember being on the train platform waiting, and he's in my ear, says that, and I just burst out laughing. I'm like, no way he just said that.
Probably how we sound like in Japanese. So.
Oh, I sound way worse.
Russia bad.
Let's see. What's this? Yeah, it's
we get treated with the past crimes than the fraudsters.
Yeah,
I do
for being foreign.
One thing I wanted to ask, which is something that I guess I've thought about, which is when I eventually decide to be a dad. Now with trash,
he's thinking about it.
Now with Trash Taste, now with Trash Taste, there is just so much content on me out there, and it's always going to be out there. And
what are you implying?
No, okay. How do you feel?
What are you actually trying to say?
Okay. Bjorn comes in. He's like, Dada, what is apology video? Did Dad do bad things?
You weren't supposed to.
Why was that the first video you found? Out of the thousands of videos I have.
I tried to block all of it. No.
Because I think YouTubers are getting to that point now where I think there are some YouTubers with kids that are getting old enough to have starting to become old enough to really watch and understand.
You're right. I never thought about
because there's never been I think the oldest YouTuber kids I can think of that like were growing up after the YouTube and all that stuff. I think like, I don't know, like Philip DeFranco or something. I don't know.
Also, it's just weird to me because you think about your own parents and you have no kind of bearing of what they were like when they were
fucking clue.
Yeah. You hear stories and it's almost like alien. You hear a story from like an aunt or an uncle about how your parents were like this, and you're like that's a fake person.
It's actually smart though because you're preloading like with those iPad kids. It's like my kid's an iPad kid, but he only watches Dad. I've curated a playlist of the greatest hits to babysit my son. It's not weird.
That's really why
he watches only me.
That's pretty good, actually.
Would that be
psychopathic?
You could probably convince your kid long enough to be like, no, this is Dad talking to boy.
Also, it's
I am talking to you.
It's like you get the ad rip for it, so it's just a circulating income, right? Like
it's going in the fund, son.
My kid is making me so much bank from just watching my playlist.
Also, you can never discipline your kid for playing too many video games ever again because they could just like load up the receipts being like, Dad.
I calculated how many hours.
Okay. Just because I'm going to forget if I don't say this. Remember that one time, I don't remember, the last podcast I brought up that you sang Take On Me.
Yeah.
In Sweden. We did it.
3, 2, 1. We're talking away. I don't know what I'll just say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day.
Oh, we did it. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! I told you not to.
No, it was great.
Show in Sweden, we did it just
We
for
sang
you.
Take On Me.
Take on me
Yeah.
in front of the
It
Swedish
was great.
crowd.
It
They
was
loved
great.
It was great.
It was great. Yeah, it was great.
Is it in any cringe compilations? How can I see this?
No, it was in the Epic Win compilations by Fail Army. It was,
So was mine. So was mine.
no, it wasn't. Sean's going to see that and be like,
It's a fun song to sing.
It wasn't the same because there wasn't like the shot of just the crowd having the Thousand Island stare.
They did me
Isn't
dirty.
That was the first ninja moment. You know when he's like, "Why am I'm not seeing enough movement?"
Okay,
He
we
did
don't
it
need to
first.
bring up this. Bjorn will not see these videos.
actually.
That will not be in the curated playlist. Dad, this is cringe.
Whenever Bjorn does something bad and you're like scolding him, you'll just be like, don't test
Dad,
me, Dad. I have the receipts. Just pulls it off
God,
the iPad.
I just realized, yeah, there's too much. Well, I mean, I think it's fun too. Like
That'll be really fun. I think.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And we're doing the vlogs now. Like, I didn't have any videos of me as a kid, so I have no idea what it was like. So I think it'll be
me
fun
too.
to watch that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure.
Yeah, because did you have those like family photo books when you were growing up?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, and there's you could kind of figure out roughly what was going on, but it feels so cool looking at like just a still of
Yeah, you
time.
watch those forever. It
Oh,
was
but
like-
I have a shitload of like family videos because my
I do. as
Really?
well.
I didn't have any. It'd be so
me
cool.
neither,
I
yeah.
kind of wish that like
Yeah.
I think it'd be so cool for my kid to see me like 20 just doing my thing.
Yeah,
that'd be
I
so
would love to
sick.
see my parents
It's
too. Yeah.
painful to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be cool, dude.
Like, there's
I'd love to see my dad when
there's
he's
a-
20
me too,
doing his
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
so sick.
Like I kind of feel like that secondhand embarrassment of like, damn, I was cringe as fuck. Like whenever I look at some of these videos, because I'm just like, nah, I wouldn't.
But
I
like,
wouldn't do
okay,
that.
but like,
I wouldn't say that.
Like, I think
That's not
you'll like, you know, if you have a good relationship with your dad, you'll love your dad, and you'll be like, man, it's so fucking cool just seeing my dad.
Yeah,
just
I think
fucking-
so.
oh no,
Yeah.
my
Just
parents
doing
use it to roast the shit out of me.
Well, there are two types of memory keeping. One to fuck someone over.
Whenever my dad puts on like a family video of me and my sister, and like, you know, I'm like 4 years old, 5 years old.
But that's just cute.
Yeah, it's like, no, like my mom is sitting there being like, "Oh, look at you, you're so cute." My dad's like, "Oh, look at you, your balls haven't dropped yet, you little shit."
Bro, he's roasting a fucking. How old are you?
Bro,
Like a
Dad,
3-year-old?
bro's roasting a toddler.
Bro can't fight back, man.
Why is he roasting toddlers?
Son, you sound like a squirrel.
Haven't hit puberty yet at 4.
Your dad was 100% the kind of dad that when you all started doing like sports, he was like, "Fucking Joey, fucking why are you winning? Shit, you piece of shit."
Yeah, it's like you lost. That's cringe. That's the dad I strive to be.
Like the one family video I remember was like my dad trying to my dad taking me to and my parents taking me to the playground.
Yeah.
And my mom just lets me play around and stuff, and my dad's like the fucking grind set guy. He's like, I get on the monkey bars and I give up halfway, and he's like, go on it again.
Really?
He's like,
Son,
"Go on-
we don't quit in this
go on
house."
in again. Don't quit halfway through, and I go on in again, give up, and he's like, no, I'm gonna pick you up and you're gonna learn how to do these monkey bars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
And,
cute. That's wholesome.
Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
find that helpful?
I
Too young to say?
I was too young. Okay, but
I just mean in general.
I'm
trying to understand what's the good parenting.
How do you
Psychoanalyze me, please.
I feel like letting them learn a little bit on their own is a good way, because
Yeah.
I remember one of the reasons why how old were you guys when you learned how to ride a bike?
I was 6.
I just unlocked a memory. I remember.
I don't remember.
being
You
in
don't
my,
remember?
Yeah.
I
was
remember
like 6 or
being in
7.
my driveway and doing it when I was like.
I feel like I taught myself. I don't remember.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Did you ever have like the training wheel phase? Or
Yeah.
Oh, I did
Wow.
have that. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Fucking tore it out.
Yeah, so like when my dad tried to teach me how to ride a bike, he just completely skipped the training wheel stage. He was just like he was just like, get good. And
Riding a bike is a mindset.
it was like, son, you just gotta grind it out. If you fall over, don't worry, just get up and just
Stop being a fucking pussy.
just grind it
Take the
out.
wheels off.
Normally the parent goes with the kid, right? So they're holding it in case they're like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dad used to like hold the back of the bike, and then he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna let go," and I'm like, "Dad, please don't." And but he'd do it anyway, and then yeah, I'd get hurt.
Fall and
You
do it
fall,
again.
and then you get hurt. You cry, you try again, and then eventually you do it.
Yeah. I think that's his Asian dad.
I think this is an Asian dad
Asian
thing.
parenting.
Got a scar here that lasts forever.
Yeah.
I think my parents were just like, please stop, because I just kept doing dumb shit. I used to like, I would see a bump and I'm like, I'm gonna jump.
Nah, I was too much of a pussy to do stuff like that.
I just had no sense of fear as a kid, and then I got it when I fell really badly one time when I was like 15.
Everyone's gonna learn somehow.
And I was like, oh fuck, this is scary.
You fucked around and found
This
out.
is fucking scary. Like it really fucking hurt. I was like,
like
Christ. Yeah. That's how all those Red Bull fucking athlete people become those crazy people. They're just like
they just never fell.
They just don't get hurt. They just don't get hurt for a long enough of a time until they're an adult, and then they can't learn it now. They're like, all right, I'll break my arm.
Or they're like, oh well, it didn't kill me, so I guess I can do it again.
Yeah, those Red Bull sponsorships pay too good. Yeah, I can't turn back now. I got to do the free running championship in this sling.